So I'm playing with this new anatomy app, and I want to show you because I can sort of get in here. Oops, shoot. There we go. So now again, looking at, yeah, you're getting into the apnoid, septoid, sphenoid, but when you're coming in, and I'm working on just, so you see how again the layers within the maxillaries are coming there. See how, again, the dike system set up. So the conchias, so you're going in, come on, there we go. So what I was talking about, when you go too high with someone, or you're doing, do you see how they're preventing from all that mucus from really sloshing around in the head? And same thing here. Look at how far back the conchias goes. So here, I'll highlight it again. Oops. Sorry, I guess the color doesn't stay. So now you can really look into the interior bones. Try and spin it around. See, this is where, let's see if I can get underneath here. Whoops. Come on, baby. Just learning how to navigate this sucker with. So now just imagine in tummy time per se, I realize that I can't, but you really can see into the nasal cavities here. See how where the conchias are there, right there? Here, let's see if I can get in there. Yeah, see them? That's the apnoids, but there's a part of the conchia. But the color goes away when I rotate out. There we go, we're spinning again. Right there, see where all the skull is quite interesting. So when these kiddos are going into tummy time, or they have dimorphic features, or worse, that bring them back down again, the high palate that's going into that. So if a vomer gets stuck up into the sphenoid, you know, that's where you get into that whole cranial talk, and you get a vomer jam just due to high palate. I wish I knew how to take like that mandible off and start looking at all of this kind of stuff. This is where, but I'm gonna have fun with this. But see again, see there's a, and they're just underneath. Here's the vomer here. So when I go, that's the nasal septum around. Oh, see, look at that sucker. Again, that's the only straight line. And what's really interesting too is you can see the going into the hyoid bone and the relationship to all of that. So if any of this is off, then you're going to have issues with the swallow, because that's where the soft tissue, the fascia, if it's too tight, and starts pulling up that hyoid, because the hyoid's there for, all the skeletal bones are there for counterbalance and balance. So as they come out and your tongue starts to go out, then you'll see the hyoid bone goes into those kind of mechanic responses. Woo. So now we're way underneath. So again, here's the vomer, just so you have a reference point. So when a child's going into tummy time, see the relationship of the sternum and where it needs to be, and that rib cage, that clavicle coming in. Now most people, I think if you looked at it, that's where they'd start getting confused. Even though I don't know anatomy, this is where I can start picking this stuff up. But you see the sternum relationship in with where that's going. Woohoo. Down and around again. Okay, I'm going to go right up through the rib cage. So anything to do with torticollis, all of those sort of fun things. The gums being too enlarged, soft tissue response due to the seizure meds. If that hyoid is hitting that jawbone because it's too narrowed in here, or the spastic muscles jamming that up, I just can't even imagine. But this is where I wish I could show the float of each vertebrae coming down into that nasal feature. And so as the nose is working and all that happening, the rib cage expanding. It's going to take a while for science to get up to the way my brain sees movement. But again, here is the ethmoids. And right there is the, oh, that was a concha. Vomer, sphenoid, coming again over that sternum. So I hope all this helps. I'll see you in a bit.